sussing out of your luck, going hard in the paint, and that's how you assert dominance.
Alright guys, so this is going to be a spell bait graveyard deck. You're going to have spear goblins, you're going to have rascals, and you're going to have tombstone, all for log bait. If your opponent ever poisons your rascals or they poison your graveyard, you're going to get utility with your remaining unit. So if they poison your rascals, then you're free to go in for a graveyard, and you're always going to get damage with your graveyard. Graveyard poison plus ice golem combination is 11 elixir investment. It's such a huge elixir investment going in for a graveyard early on in single elixir, so you got to make sure that you know your opponent's card cycle, you see that they cycle at least 1 or 2 counters, and you need to be up a lot of elixir. Anyway, without a doubt, this deck is super strong for grand challenges, and it's also really good at trophy pushing if you guys can level up your graveyard. So he's going in for a pump in the middle. I do have to poison it. Oh my gosh, the poison just was not dropping for a fat second. And hopefully he's not running Giant 3 Musketeers, but we're going to have to wait and see. Alright, so he's actually running Giant 3 Musketeers most likely, because only a true Giant 3 Musketeer player would drop them all in one lane. Oh man, this guy's a savage. Someone save me. Yep, here we go. Let's go, boys. Alright, we're going for a Thick Boy. We're going in for Spear Goblins. We're going in for Ice Golem as well. Okay, I think that we devoured the Giant. The Santa Claus is going to get shredded, maybe? Hopefully. I have to log that back, don't I? Yeah. Oh, man. Let's go, boys. Let's get it. We're getting exactly what we wished for. A Santa Claus 3 Musketeer player. Oh, and I cycled like Ice Golem in the back and then had a poison. It was just one of the worst possible cycles against this deck. I feel like whenever we get into a groove, we always play against these players. Gonna poison it. At least we're gonna make sure that we mitigate any elixir advantage from him. But I think he's also a decent Giant 3 Musketeer player. I don't know though. Low Tombstone, alright. That's gonna pull the pencil. Ice Golem's going to make sure that we mitigate all damage from Steve the Spear Goblin. We're going to actually get some chip damage as well. We know that he has Minion Horde and we know he has Bats and Cycle. Okay, so since he's going to do that, I'm just going to go cycle Mega Minion in the back. I want to save my Rascals. I want my Rascals to fight on my side of the map. Because if that doesn't happen, I feel like I'm kind of screwed. Okay, so he's going to go in for Bats. Like, I don't want him to go in for like 3 Musketeers and just DPS down everything. Wow, alright. Weird plays, man. I think I should have poisoned that early. But I'm going to wait. I think I can go in for a graveyard. Oh, never mind. Is that going to work? Yes, let's go. 2 of the Musketeers are held inside the poison. You can't leave, sir. Not about it. We're holding you down. It is prison here. Alright, so I'm going to go for a Mega Minion. I'm going to go in for another Tombstone. I'm going to go in for a lower Tombstone as well because I think the Mega Minion is going to put in some work. I think he went in for a Zap, if I remember correctly. I'm going to go in for a Poison. He's definitely going to go 3 Musketeers all in one lane again. I feel it, man. I feel it coming in the air tonight. Or he's going to split them. No, he went all in one lane. What a legend. Alright, I have to poison that Pronto, don't I? Yep, that's exactly what's happening. Do I have to cycle another Ice Golem in front? No. We're still going to have the DPS of the Rascals. He's going to go Minion Horde opposite lane, so I have to chill. I have to wait to preserve my elixir advantage. Or do we want to go in for a graveyard and get frisky? Okay. Do I get to go in for Spear Goblins and kite everything? I think that's probably a pretty good play. Let's go. Mega Minion as well. Did we finesse him? The Ice Golem is vigorously headbutting the tower, and we are still defending the virginity. That defense was super clutch, guys. We kited, we used the Tombstone, we then subsequently followed up with Spear Goblins, and we caught the W. Let's get some hype in the chat. I knew that that man was going to go and spam me. Oh, he got so frisky and so feisty with that spam, but it didn't work. Let's go, guys. So we're going to start off very strong with Spear Goblins right at the river. Not a punishing move that he can really do to deal with that. So he's just going to zap it. Alright. So if you zap Spear Goblins, honestly, I'm fine with it. You're going to have Spear Goblin Hunt and zap. Okay, so you're going to be running Golem. You're probably going to be running Golem. Since he has zap, right? I want to go in for Rascals here. You're probably not going to have zap plus log unless you're running the P.E.K.K.A deck. You're actually going to poison that. And now you have no answer at all for the graveyard. The graveyard is raining in the pain. He's going to go drop Baby Dragon. But the skeletons are having a glorious feast on top of the tower. And all we have to do is deal with the counter push. And the Mega Minion really isn't something that I have to worry about too much. However, the Baby Dragon is something that I do have to worry about a little bit. So as soon as the Baby Dragon locks on, I'm going to go for Spear Goblins. And Spear Goblins should be able to finish off the Baby Dragon, maybe? No, he's actually going to go in hard in the paint with the Zap. So I end up having to allocate a Mega Minion to finish everything off. Despite that, I know that he's going to be running a Golem deck, and I'm not too scared. So remember last time he ended up having to poison rascals. I could go in for rascals here if I really wanted to, but I'd rather go in for a lower spear goblin or a lower tombstone. And notice how the tombstone skeletons are going to mitigate. They're going to mitigate anything from the spear goblins. A very key placement if you guys did not know that already. It just mitigates all damage. Why not? Why mess around with it if you can do that? Well, he might actually go in for a golem, so that might be a little bit disadvantageous for us, but we're going to have to deal with that when that happens. So I'm going to go in for rascals, I'm going to go in for spear goblins, I'm going to go in for ice golem right on top. I'm going to try to cycle back to another tombstone to maybe pull it. Don't know if that's going to work or not. Barely didn't. So unfortunate circumstances, still winning this game though. Like, it doesn't really matter. We didn't play it optimally at all, but because of this deck, because Graveyard is so busted, we're still going to win. All I gotta do is make sure that my Mega Minion prevails, so then the bats go on top of that instead of going on top of my tower. I can even go in for a Graveyard if I so desire, but he's got Zap, so he's absolutely no way of getting at the DPS behind the Rascals. That is if I separate them in time. And I do, so the Baby Dragon shouldn't be able to hit all of them. Awesome. So I don't really want to give him Zap value, right? So I don't really want to go in for the Spear Goblins just yet. I'm going to go in for a Poison. Notice how the Poison clips the Night Witch and it clips the Spear Goblin Hut. His body was not prepared for that. Also, you always want to early cycle the Tombstone. That is the first and foremost of all your maneuvers. I'm going to go in for Ice Golem, then I go in for the Mega Minion. I go in for the Ice Golem first to make sure that the Mega Minion of his targets that first as well. I'm going to go in for a Log to bounce back the Spear Goblins and the Lumberjack as well. And honestly, he's doing some damage to me. I'm not exceedingly comfortable with this, but he's got to go in for a Poison to get more damage, and that's not going to be enough, dude. I can just go in for a Graveyard immediately, and then go in for an Ice Golem. He's going to have to Poison plus Zap to take it out. And I don't even think Poison plus Zap takes it out, so he just loses the game. Good game, bro. And Poison takes 8 seconds to do the full duration of damage. Good game, well played, and good luck. Pretty sloppy game by us, but we still asserted dominance. Let's go, guys. Alright, guys, we're playing against Albertos. We're going to be saucing out good luck, and I'm just going to go cycle an Ice Golem in the back. We're trying to get to double elixir pretty safely. I know this guy's a good player. He's actually going to be rocking Giant Double Prince, or he could be running 3 Musketeers with Giant. Hopefully not Giant 3 Musketeers, but we're going to wait and see what he's rocking for us. I'm going to go Mega Minion, and he's leaking a little bit of elixir. He's going to have minions. Okay, so I don't think this is going to... Oh, this might be Giant 3 Musketeers, boys. Might happen. Nope. What is this? You got Mega Minion as well. You're wild, sir. He also goes in for a Zap. He's got arrows. Okay, so he's got multifarious spells with Santa Claus. Something that we've seen a lot. I don't think he's going to be back to minions, so I want to go in with my Graveyard. Trying to apply a lot of pressure. He's going to have arrows and he's also going to have poison? I've never seen a deck like this before. Why? Why would you have arrows and poison in the same deck? It's so redundant. That's crazy. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to go in for Tombstone again. We're going to see what he wants to do. He might poison it. I hope he does. Or he might try to cycle back to poison if I go and drop like Rascals or something, right? We're going to wait and see, though. He has 3 more cards to cycle back to poison. So I want to go in with Rascals. I want to DPS down Santa Claus pronto. He's going to go in for arrows. I want to go in for Spear Goblins off to the side. Thick Boy should be tanking. He's going to have minions back in cycle here, so I don't know if I can get too feisty with a Graveyard, despite me wanting to. I don't think I can. So for that decision in single elixir, I just want to go cycle an Ice Golem in the back and play passive. See if we can go bait out a poison. If he poisons this, he's a potato. I don't know if he's a potato. I think he's a pretty good player. From Nova PH, this clan is really solid. So what do I want to do? I kind of want to go opposite lane here. I want to apply some aggression. Santa Claus is a pretty big elixir investment, my man. You got Prince, and then you're going for poison. So that's a lot of elixir that you just spent, but you still have to deal with the girl Rascals, and you're saucing out the minions right on top. Let's go. The minions get disintegrated, and the girl Rascals are on top of the tower, killing the game out here. He went in for a Zap. Okay. So I kind of want to go for Mega Minion yet again. Do I want to apply aggression there? No, I want to go opposite lane. I want to switch things up, because Rascals plus Graveyard is super hard to deal with when you're down elixir, because the Rascals can get so much damage on you. He's going to go in for... Yeah, he played a really nice maneuver. But he didn't end up killing the girl Rascal first. That was really poorly played, actually. If he dropped the Prince right on top of the girl Rascals, then it would have been awesome. But the girl Rascal was still alive and kicking it. We got shit damage as a result. So he's going to go in. Alright, well, I think I can just go in with a Graveyard and then go in for a Poison. Just cycle another Log and then Poison and cop the W, my man. I think that's probably the best play out here. Going in for a log. The big log of justice rolling right in. And that's going to be all she wrote. Against the giant prince player, that is a really solid player. I'm glad to collect the W. Good game, well played, and good luck, sir. We're playing against Blast Tower, and he's just waiting around in his clan. I guess that's not a real clan. I guess that's not a real one. Oh, very unfortunate for us that we don't have Login Cycle, and he goes in hot and heavy with a Goblin Barrel. Oh, yo, we didn't even have Mega Minion or Rascals either. Jeez. Regardless, I'm going to go in for a Graveyard, and I'm also going to poison that. Yo, he's got Skarmy. What is this wild deck? Oh no. It's going to have a lot of multifaceted bait elements. Oh. How many poison bait cards can you have, sir? Well, we're going to go in with Rascals, and then we're going to go in for a log. We had to go drop a log right on top of our tower because we could not waste any time. We could not spare any time dropping that log. If we waited any time because we got the log, or we got the elixir for log so late, we would have gotten spanked. So I'm going to go for Spear Goblins because Thick Boy is going to be tanking. We're going to get more utility out of the Spear Goblins. That's one of those things that I really like doing. Whenever they log the Rascals, then you go sauce out the Stevens, and then the Steven has Thick Boy to tank. So Thick Boy is a pretty nice bodyguard. I want to wait until double elixir before I do anything. I don't really want to overcommit because we know he's got Goblin Gang. We know that he's going to have Skarmy. It would take a lot of elixir to justify going in for a graveyard push. And I don't know. I just need to make sure that I have everything in cycle. He actually outcycled me there. Okay, so what do you want to do, sir? I'm going to go for Ice Golem because now we're actually up a lot of elixir. I can justifiably do this. I have enough elixir for the poison. You're definitely going to go sauce out Skarmy or Goblin Gang. And that's exactly what's up. Whenever you're dropping Goblin Gang and you know that your opponent has poison, I actually like dropping the Goblin Gang further back. So then the Spear Goblins are never hit by the poison. That's another quick tip that I really like doing whenever I'm running a bait deck. I don't see it done nearly as often. It's kind of the same premise as dropping your Goblin Gang behind the tower and then waiting for it to walk up and mitigate all damage from a Goblin Barrel. It's exactly the same premise, actually. Exactly the same thing. So that's not a hidden barrel. Gotta look at the shadows very closely to decipher and see if that's going to happen. He's going in for chip damage with that. I'm going to go in for a poison yet again. He's going in for a Royal Ghost because it's immune to poison, essentially. He's going in for a log to mitigate damage. We're not dropping anything besides our tower, so then it doesn't get rocket value. And the Royal Ghost gets eaten alive, and then the skeletons thrive on the tower as well. So we're killing the game. It's a little bit difficult because now he's realized he needs to go in for rockets. But he didn't get enough damage early on, despite him actually having that really nice cycle advantage at the start. Also, him having Royal Ghost is way better than him having Knight. Or actually, for him at least, him having Royal Ghost is way better than him having Knight. And I think we're just going to end up taking tower. Maybe we're going to start dominance for the next game, or the next tower as well. I'm going to try. Next game, next tower, same thing, guys. Kappa. And he's still going in for rockets. This guy is a true sir. Fighting till the bitter end, but it's not going to matter. Good game, well played, and good luck, sir. It's a pleasure playing against you. You tried to blast my tower with a rocket, but it didn't matter.